Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing my free agency update number 1. So I'm going to be updating you guys throughout free agency on what I think of the moves. And let's just get right into it with Derrick Rose going to the Pistons on a 2-year, $15 million deal, which I really like for the Pistons. They need guards and they're getting it. Now the bad thing is they need perimeter shooting, but at least they're getting a guard. The only bad thing is perimeter shooting. They kind of need that, with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond being their two best players. So the next thing we're talking about is the next trio of players that they got between Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and DeAndre Jordan, and that's great for them. They got the 2 stars that they wanted, filling up the 2 max spots, taking them away from the Knicks, which I feel really bad for. They didn't get anybody. Now they're looking at a ton of plan Bs, as in maybe Julius Randle or Tobias Harris. I'm sorry that I'm rambling about this, but we have a lot to talk about. And it's just great for Kyrie. He gets a 4-year, $141 million deal. And Kevin Durant, who I'm pretty sure gets a $162 or $164 million deal with 4 years on it, which is great. And I don't know DeAndre Jordan's contract, but the Nets, this is an absolute win for you guys. The next thing we're talking about is Thaddeus Young with the Bulls. 3-year, $42 million contract, which is really good for them. They get another veteran off the bench, which they really need because their team is so young. Their core with Kobe White, Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Otto Porter, Lauri Markkanen, and Wendell Carter Jr. They're arguably 6 best players, or at least their core, being really young, all under the age of 25, I'm pretty sure, or 25. So to add him off the bench, that would be great, or maybe he can even start. I don't think he will, but great bench. This next one was kind of expected. Kristaps Porzingis signed a 5-year, $158 million extension with the Mavericks. We all expected it, and he was expected to re-sign it. So not much of a surprise and not much to talk about, but great for the Mavericks finally solidifying that. And maybe you can try and get Nikola Vucevic, or maybe Willie Cauley-Stein, Al Horford, and that'd be great for the Mavericks. The next one is also a blockbuster deal that was expected, as Kemba Walker joins Boston on a 4-year, $141 million deal. I feel bad for Charlotte, but this is good for them. They finally get a chance to tank, and for Kemba, this is great, getting a chance to win with Boston. And Boston, of course, this is great, replacing Kyrie Irving, and that's what you really needed to do. Now they have another point guard for the future. Maybe not the future, but they have another all-star level point guard. The next deal is for JJ Redick, with him signing a 2-year, $26.5 million deal with the New Orleans Pelicans, which is great. Either he's going to be a bench piece or he'll be starting over Lonzo, but great for their shooting, as Jackson Hayes can't shoot that well, and neither can Zion, and neither can Lonzo, but adding JJ Redick provides some much needed experience and also a ton of shooting, which they also need. Great move for the Pelicans and JJ Redick. The next one was a bit expected because Chris Middleton signed a 5-year, $178 million deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, which is great for the Bucks. They're re-signing Chris Middleton, which they needed to do. Maybe a little too much money, but at least you have a second star to pair along with Giannis. This was also expected, as Harrison Barnes signs a 4-year, $85 million deal with the Kings. Kind of expected. I'm not going to talk about it that much, but we all knew because he declined a $25 million option, which is insane. But now he has a long-term deal, which is great for him and great for the Kings, and maybe he could be their small forward. The next thing we're talking about is Terry Rozier's 3-year, $58 million sign and trade to the Charlotte Hornets, which is good because they're, I guess, replacing Kemba, even though it's not that much replacing him, but they'll at least have a quality player on their team that isn't absolute garbage. Rudy Gay staying with San Antonio is great for San Antonio on a 2-year, $32 million deal. Maybe overpaying him, but still a nice pickup for San Antonio to re-sign him because he's a good player. He's not bad. He's a really good player. He's kind of underrated, but a bit old. So that's good that you're only signing him for 2 years. Brook Lopez is signing with the Bucks, re-signing on a 4-year, $52 million deal, which I think he might be getting a bit overpaid, but still really good for Brook Lopez and the Bucks, as the Bucks are getting another quality asset, re-signing him, and it's great. He's getting size and shooting, because you'll find out later why I'm talking about shooting. But great pickup for the Bucks to be able to re-sign him on that cheap of a deal. The next thing we're talking about is Damian Lillard's 4-year, $196 million contract extension, and I kind of expected this. I said that Portland needed to get Dame onto a contract extension, and they did. It might be a bit overpaying, but he's one of the best players in the entire league. So I'm not going to say anything. He's really Portland's only hope. Now, the next move that we're going to be talking about is for the Memphis Grizzlies, re-signing Jonas Valanciunas to a 3-year, $45 million deal. I love it. To pair along with John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., it will help sell tickets. And it's kind of cheap for somebody that's that good. Valanciunas is a bit underrated, and he's a really good center. So great pickup for the Grizzlies to be able to re-sign Valanciunas for that cheap. This one I'm just going to tell it to you. The Mavericks signed, well, not really signed, but extended Dwight Powell to a 3-year, $33 million contract. I'm fine with it. I don't know a ton about Dwight Powell, but it's an okay deal. I mean, only $11 million, so it's not like you're wasting a ton of money on him. This, I think, is a really good deal with the Magic re-signing Terrence Ross, 4-year, $54 million deal. I love it as the Magic. I mean, it's kind of cheap, kind of not, but still Terrence Ross, great re-signing for them. Terrence Ross, great player and kind of underrated, went under the radar. I didn't know a ton about him till late, but Terrence Ross, great pickup for the Magic to be able to re-sign him for only about, I think it's $13 million per year. I don't really know what to immediately think of Trevor Ariza going to the Kings as a Wizards fan, but it's okay because he's getting 2-year, $25 million contract, and I don't want to spend that much on that much of an old player because he's a bit old. He's like 34. He's pretty old though, and I don't want to get a player that old for that much amount of money when I feel like the Wizards need to rebuild. So, Ricky Rubio signed with the Phoenix Suns? Yeah, it seems like it was guaranteed that he was going to the Indiana Pacers, but he signed with the Phoenix Suns on a 3-year, $51 million deal, which is amazing for Phoenix. They needed a point guard, and now they finally have one in Ricky Rubio. At least an okay point guard that isn't completely garbage compared to other NBA players. I'm sorry to Suns point guards, but like they aren't that good until Ricky Rubio, and he's a okay point guard, not good but not bad. Okay, starter level point guard, which is what they needed. So a surprising move happened, and Bojan Bogdanovic went to the Utah Jazz on a 4-year, $73 million deal. I absolutely love it for the Jazz. First off, they're getting a lot of shooting from Bogdanovic. And second off, they needed some forwards. Now I plan them to release Derek Favors, and they have a really good starting lineup. In Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Bojan Bogdanovic, Derek Favors right now, and Rudy Gobert. I would take that team to win against almost any team in the league any day. That's an insane team, and truly, that team, I feel like they could be in title contenders. So apparently now I have to be a Pacers fan because I'm a big UVA fan. And Malcolm Brogdon got traded to the Pacers, not officially, but he's signing with the Bucks, 4-year, $85 million contract. And he's going to the Pacers on a sign-and trade for 3 draft picks, which I absolutely hate for the Bucks. You're losing Malcolm Brogdon, one of the most underrated players in the league. I might be a bit biased, but he's still underrated. And for only 1 first-round pick and 2 seconds, I don't like the trade, especially since Brogdon's a young, developing player who's still about to be in his prime. He's about in the same time frame as Giannis. He's going to be in his prime any day now. And truly, that's a really bad trade for the Bucks. Now I have to get a Pacers jersey, and I'm waiting for the Brogdon jerseys to get made. So guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Let's hit 85 subs today. Okay, it means so much to me if you guys subscribed. And this is probably coming right out after the Thomas Bryant, I guess you would say what I think of it. And it's going to be free agency update number 1. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you could get notified for number 2 and 3 and 4 if there's that much. I don't know how much there's going to be. But guys, again, thanks for watching and peace.